Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you're enrolled in PSY2113, Laboratory in Psychology, you've got a pretty major milestone coming up. We're going to break down your final assignment, the Informational Research Project. Now I know the second you hear the words research project, it can sound, well, a little intimidating. But today, we're going to transform this syllabus from a wall of text into a totally clear, manageable roadmap to success. By the time we wrap up this explainer, you're going to know exactly what's expected of you, step by step, to absolutely crush this assignment. So let's get right to it. Here's our game plan for today. We'll start with the project overview, then hit Step 1, choose your topic, Step 2, gather the research, and Step 3, build the project. After that, we're going to talk about a crucial rule, 4 methods, and finish up with a final checklist and submission.
All right, Section 1, the project overview, or as I like to think of it, your ultimate mission for the end of the semester.
So what exactly is the goal here? Your core objective is to create an informational presentation. But honestly, the most important phrase you need to remember is teach someone unfamiliar. You aren't just writing a dry summary to prove to your professor that you read the textbook, right? You're building a clear, standalone guide to teach your readers something entirely new. It has to be easy to digest without you standing there explaining it to them. And the catch? You've got to base all your teachings purely on peer-reviewed research articles. It's really all about translating complex, heavy science into a super accessible guide. Which brings us to Step 1, choose your topic. And honestly, this is the best part, because you get to ask yourself, what do I actually care about?
You have an unbelievable amount of freedom here. As long as it relates to psychology or sociology and you get your instructor's green light via Canvas, you're good to go. To get the wheels turning, the guidelines offer 3 example topic types. Topic type 1 is focusing on specific groups or populations. Like, you could research the psychological development of elementary school kids, the totally unique dynamics of single-parent families, or maybe the specific day-to-day stressors faced by caregivers or police officers. This is a fantastic angle if you're really passionate about a certain demographic.
Then we've got topic type 2, which zeroes in on specific behaviors. Have you ever wondered about the underlying psychology behind something like math anxiety? Or maybe you want to dive into the hard science of meditation, honesty, or even complex issues like bullying or overeating. Look, if there's a human behavior out there that naturally piques your curiosity, this is your chance to dig into the actual proven science behind why we do the things we do.
And finally, topic type 3 gives you general psychology topics. This is where you can zoom out and look at broader subjects you've probably touched on in your courses. We're talking things like autism, depression, workplace stress, the psychology of aging, or the mechanics behind how we learn and stay motivated. The big takeaway here is this: whether you want to spotlight a specific group, a quirky behavior, or a massive psychological concept, any appropriate topic is totally fair game. Just find something that fascinates you.
All right, Step 2, gather the research, finding the evidence. Once your topic gets the thumbs up, this is where you start collecting the raw materials you'll need.
And the magic number for this step, it's 4. You are absolutely required to locate exactly 4 peer-reviewed research articles related to your chosen topic. This is a hard, non-negotiable requirement. Not 3, not 5, 4 solid, peer-reviewed pieces of evidence to build your whole presentation around. Now, here's the kicker. You can't just go Google these articles. The assignment has a really strict database requirement. You have to use the Psychology and Behavioral Science Collection. This database is accessible through EBSCO via NWCC. Now, if you aren't exactly a database wizard, and let's be real, very few of us are, do not panic. The syllabus explicitly notes that training will be provided on how to navigate this exact system. You're going to have all the tools you need to track down those 4 articles. Moving right along to Step 3, build the project. Constructing your presentation. This is where we bring it all together into a provided Microsoft PowerPoint template. Just like we add a strict rule for the number of articles, we've got a strict rule for the length. Your presentation must be exactly 5 pages or slides long. Period. Now, this rigid total length requirement might sound tricky, but it actually works heavily in your favor. It forces you to be concise, clear, and direct, distilling all that dense research down to the absolute essentials. And here's exactly how those 5 slides are logically broken down. First, you've got your title or introduction page, which takes up exactly 1 slide. Then, you've got your research pages. Since you have 4 articles, you dedicate exactly 1 slide to each article. 1 intro plus 4 research slides equals your magic number of 5. It's a highly efficient, foolproof structure. So what actually goes on that very first slide? Your title and intro page must clearly state your name and your topic. Pretty straightforward. But more importantly, it needs a brief introduction explaining what the topic actually is, along with a clear statement on why this topic matters. Remember, your goal is to teach someone who's completely unfamiliar with the subject. This slide is your hook. It sets the stage and tells the reader exactly why they should care about the next 4 slides.
Next up, the absolute meat of the project, those 4 research pages. Every single one of these slides needs to follow a precise formula. First, you have to include an APA-formatted reference for the specific article. Next, give a clear summary of the research question and its main findings. And finally, you must summarize the research method they used, making sure to specifically reference the chapter or method discussed in your class. Oh, and a super quick tip from the syllabus about those APA citations. You can just use the citation tool built right into the IBSCO database, or lean on something like the Scrib or APA citation generator online to get those formatted perfectly without the headache.
Okay, crucial rule. 4 methods, the boss level requirement. You're going to want to pay close attention here because this is the make or break part of the whole project.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this massive warning. The syllabus explicitly states, important, each of the 4 articles must use a different research design method covered during the semester. This is huge, guys. You can't just find 4 basic surveys about your topic and call it a day. You need variety. When you're gathering your 4 articles, you have to make sure one might be an experiment, another's a survey, maybe a third is a correlational study, and so on. You've got to identify the research design on each slide and basically prove that you've found 4 distinct ways researchers have investigated your topic. Keep this rule front and center when you're searching that database.
And just like that, we're on the home stretch. Section 6, final checklist and submission. Let's get you prepared for launch. Right before you hit submit on Canvas, you want to rapid fire through this checklist to make absolutely sure you've got every single strict requirement checked off for that A. Did you get your topic approved by the instructor? Check. Do you have exactly 5 total slides? Check. Are there exactly 4 peer-reviewed articles pulled from the required database? Check. Did you follow the boss level rule and ensure 4 completely different research methods? Check. Are your references in flawless APA format, and did you build the whole thing inside the provided PowerPoint template? Check and check. If you can confidently say yes to all of these, your informational project is locked, loaded, and ready to go.
And that brings us to the end of our roadmap. You now know the structure, the rules, and the exact step-by-step process to create an incredible informational presentation. Really, the only thing left to decide is the most exciting part. Out of all the fascinating behaviors, diverse populations, and massive psychological concepts out there in the world, what psychology topic will you master and teach next? Get out there, find a topic that genuinely inspires you, and have fun with the research.